Hey there guys, hope you all are doing great today. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the album that Linkin Park did called The Hunting Party. So this is one of my 3 favourites that they did. I have 3. Meteor, Hybrid Theory and then this one. So I'm very happy to get into this one. It's one of the rockiest, I would actually even go so far to say their heaviest album that they did. When Chester was alive. So I like it because of that reason, because it's the bangiest and the heaviest one. So really looking forward to sharing my thoughts on this. So here's the physical copy of the CD that I have. It has 2 CDs in it. It has the tracks on it, and then it has a live version of it. If I'm being honest, I think I only listened to the live one once, but I can't really remember what was said, so I'm not going to be reacting to the live one. I'm going to be reacting to the track one, because the track one is the ones that I know. So, as per usual, I'm gonna state the song names, and then I'm gonna state my favourite songs from the album. I'm gonna say what I think the band was trying to do with the message or the sound, or the singing style within this reaction. So, it goes from the 1st to the 12th, and the first one is Keys to the Kingdom, All or Nothing, Guilty All the Same, The Summoning, War, Wastelands, Until It's Gone, Rebellion, Mark, The Graves, Drawbauer. Sorry, I can't read that. Drawbar. Final, Masquerade, and Line in the Sand. So, I have about 6 favourites within this album. I pretty much have favourites within every artist, group, or band with the albums that they do. There are some people that I really like that I can listen to full albums and listen to multiple albums of them, but regardless of who they are, I always just seem to have favourites. So Linkin Park is like the same. So 6 favourites within this, and now I'm going to state the names. The favourites are Keys to the Kingdom, Guilty All the Same, War, Wastelands, Rebellion, and A Line in the Sand. So I mentioned before in the video that Linkin Park is known for doing DJ scratches, rapping, and then obviously screaming music. So it has a mixture of all genres. For some reason, in this album, they let go of all of the computerized sound and all the rapping. Well, no, actually, there is some rapping. So there is rapping in it, but it's toned down a lot. But there's no DJ scratches in it. So it's literally just all like thrashing music. So it's because it's all rock music, it feels heavier, and I think it's slightly heavier than their usual stuff. I'm going to start with the first one, Keys to the Kingdom. So right off the bat, the song starts by Chester being like, "No control, no surprise, take the keys to the kingdom down there, long live my eyes," or something like that. Maybe I got the last part wrong, but it's round about that. So it's screaming even before the music kicks in, and then it's like one of their heaviest ones, probably like the 3rd or the 4th heaviest one. So, to me, by listening to the song, I get with the lyrics that it's very much kind of talking about how in society we're told that we should behave a certain way, that we should believe a certain way. That's why I think that they named the song Keys to the Kingdom, because that's from the Bible, and there's nothing more controlling and a more kind of thing that people say that you should do is religion. So it's kind of a way to say we're supposed to believe and do certain things, but I say screw that and I'm going to sing about it. And then near the end of the song, there's like this kid who says, I'm not allowed to say certain things, and then he like screams. So again, I think it's their way of like being in a kid's mindset, and basically the kid is like, rah! So the second one I like is Guilty or the Same. So Guilty or the Same is one of their longest tracks that they did. Normally Linkin Park's tracks are like slightly over 3 minutes, so I'm used to like quite a quick message with them, but this is almost twice as long. So it's nice to hear like a longer message and almost like a longer story to their usual stuff. So I really like the lyrics to this as well, but I think the beat is what gives it an oomph to basically this album. So I do like it because of the beat, but then the lyrics are also cool. The lyrics are all about basically when people think they're right and people are convinced that the other side is wrong. The song is all about injustice, either in the world or just personal justice, and it's like one of the lyrics is like, you're guilty, you're the same, you're said to be ashamed. It's like, to me, that very much is like, even though you say I should be ashamed, you should be ashamed, and we're all guilty of some kind of thing. So yeah, it's very much like, screw people who put blame on everyone else except from themselves. Next one is War. So, as I was saying with Linkin Park, their songs are normally about 3 minutes long, just over. This one's even shorter, this one's only 2 minutes long, so it's very short. But this one is probably one of their screamiest ones. So, I won't lie, I don't listen to this song and think of a message or a lyrical context, even though it is a little bit like most of Linkin Park's tracks. It's mostly the heaviness of it, but also the screaminess. Chester probably screams the most in this song than he does in all the other tracks on the album. So if I want to hear screaming and hear like a real headbanger, I'll listen to this song, and it's the song I think of on this album that is their screamiest one. So the next one is called Wastelands. So Wastelands is always a funny one for me, because quite similar to the last one that I just kind of announced, I don't listen to that song and think, oh yeah, this is a really good message, or I understand what it's saying with the lyrics, but I think it's the rhythm and the beat of the song that I really like. Like, it has a really good beat and rhythm to it. I wouldn't say it's their thrashiest songs, but I really hear the drums a lot in this song. So I think that's what gives it more power. And I just feel like the guitar, but mostly the drums, and the rhythm that Chester's singing, and also Mike is singing, the rapper, I think it's the most, like, I'm not saying that their songs are never in beat or sung at the right time, but I think with this song it's a lot more like you can tell that it's a specific beat and the singing to the point of each changing beat, and then they'll change at the same time as how the beat changes. So I really like that sound personally. The next one is Rebellion. So I kind of knew that I would like this song when I first listened to the album, but I didn't hear the song yet, but I read the title. Just the word rebellion itself sounds very like something I would be into. So Rebellion is pretty much how it sounds when it comes to the lyrics. It's talking about, to me, the song is saying that there are things happening in the world that we don't think about, that actually harm people, that we kind of go along with. And the song is literally saying you should rebel and say, screw that shit, I'm actually standing up and kind of like stepping away from the norm because it actually helps society. So I do like it because of the message, but quite very similar to War, it's the screaming that I do like, in particularly with this song. It's very like rah, rah, more so than the others. So obviously I like it because of that. And it is quite thrashy as well, like War is. But I do like it a little bit more than War when it comes to the lyrical content. So the last one is called A Line in the Sand. So this is their longest song. It's literally 6 minutes and 35 seconds. So this is literally on average twice as much as their regular stuff. So it almost feels like you are getting two different versions of the song. Quite similar to Wastelands. I think what gets me with this song is the beat, and that it feels very balanced and very in control with the outside sound of the song. Like, there's a bit in it where it sounds quite atmospheric, and like there's different sounds that they use that's not in their other tracks, almost like electronic sounds, but in the version of like a guitar. Like, I don't know the actual name, but that's what it sounds like to me. So I feel like it is mostly the sound with the song, but I do feel like the lyrics is quite good, but it is more just the rhythm and the beat of the song that I personally really like it. Alright, that's all that's all the songs on there, and that's all the songs that are my favourites that I've stated within this album. So now I'm gonna give my view on who will like this album more so than the other albums that I've suggested. So I think people who are just simply into hard rock, heavy metal and screaming music will really appreciate this. Like, there are some people within the heavy metal or the metalhead society that don't like Linkin Park because they see them as like too commercialized, and they don't like the rapping and the DJ side of stuff. So if them people aren't into them specifically for them reasons, they would like this album, because even though there's rapping, there's not a lot of rapping in there compared to the other ones, and there's no DJ scratches, and it's very heavy compared to the old ones, and it's, I would say, slightly more screaming as well, so they would prefer that. So I definitely think that just overall metalheads will love this, because it's not their usual sound overall. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe down below. I'm going to be moving on from the Linkin Park series now, because I've ran out of albums that I've listened to fully that I have of them. So I'm going to be moving on to a band that I don't know yet, but I think I'm going to carry on into like the rock genre. So when the next video comes out, which will probably be either this weekend or next week, I will let you know what that album is. So like I say, if you like this video, subscribe down below, and I'll link my Twitter profiles down below if you want to contact me on there. Please let me know in the comments if you liked what the album is about. If you are a fan of Linkin Park, please tell me your favourites and your least favourites so we can chat about it, or you can like do it on Twitter, that's fine. I'll also link my second YouTube channel where I talk about my experience as a gay guy. That's anti-woke culture, so I'm basically your non-modern leftist gay guy, and I'm going to be talking about the bullshit of wokeness, but also the bullshit of the conservative movement as well. So if you think you'd be interested, I'll link that down below, and hope you have a great day. Love you guys.